FAA lifts 3% flight cuts at 40 U.S. airports as staffing improves, airlines say. The Federal Aviation Administration announced Sunday that it will remove the mandatory 3% reduction in domestic flights at 40 major U.S. airports, a rule that had been imposed during the protracted government shutdown over air traffic controller shortages. The change takes effect at 6 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday, signaling that staffing concerns have eased. FAA Chief Brian Bedford said the decision reflects a steady decline in controller absenteeism and noted that restrictions on space launches and general aviation have also been lifted. Major carriers had already anticipated the move. Several airlines told Reuters they had not canceled any flights for Monday and had no plans to do so. The trade group Airlines for America, which represents carriers such as American, United, Delta, and Southwest, declined to comment further. Earlier in the week, the FAA cut the required flight cut from 6% to 3%, even though airlines were largely ignoring the mandate. Data from aviation analytics firm Cirium showed that on Sunday airlines canceled just 0.25% of flights at the affected airports, far below the mandated level, and the national cancellation rate sat at only 0.36%. The agency warned it was aware of non-compliance reports and was reviewing enforcement options, including fines of up to $75,000 per flight that exceeds the limit. Originally, the FAA had planned a gradual increase in cuts up to 10% of domestic flights, but on November 12 it froze the requirement at 6% as disruptions fell sharply after the shutdown wound down. The initial cuts were meant to mitigate travel chaos caused by a shortage of roughly 3,500 air traffic controllers, many of whom were working unpaid overtime before the shutdown. The shutdown, which began on October 1, led to tens of thousands of cancellations and delays. 2 days after the 43-day shutdown ended, FAA staff and controllers began receiving back pay equal to about 70% of what they were owed, a step toward restoring normal operations. Overall, the FAA's decision to end the flight cut order underscores a return to more stable aviation operations as staffing levels improve and the fallout from the shutdown recedes.